Hi students, this is AJ sir. Let's study 9th standard ICSE Math, exercise 7C. Now in question 1.2, we see this sum, we have to evaluate it. So what we'll do first is, we'll convert the big numbers into powers. So 64 becomes 2 raised to 6. 125 becomes 5 cube, and root 3 will become 1 upon 3 power. Negative power, so do the reciprocal to make it a positive power. 27 becomes 3 cube. There's a negative power here, by the way. There's a negative power here, so let me do the reciprocal. So 9 goes up, 25 goes down, so that the power becomes positive. Don't do the reciprocal of the power, okay? And 9, let me write it as 3 squared, and 25 as 5 squared. Now, something gets reduced. 3 ones are 3 twos are. That's 2 raised to 4 now. 3 and 3 gets cancelled, minus 5. 2 raised to 5 as it is. 3 and 3 gets cancelled, so minus 2 power here. And here, the power of half is for both numerator and denominator. So this gets cut with this, and even this gets cut with this. So 3 upon 5 is what is left. This becomes 16 minus 5 minus 32. This becomes 1 upon 9. This can also be reduced. 1s are, 3s are. So that's minus 21 plus 1 upon 15. LCM, we get this, and always convert the answer into a mixed fraction. Next, in the fourth sum, they've given an equation. We have to find the value of x plus y. So let's find the value of x and y first by comparing. I see that there are two bases involved here, a and b. So let's try to get them together. Let me solve the brackets first. We could have opened the brackets and multiplied this power by each term first. There are various methods to do this. What I'm going to do is, first of all, division. A raised to minus 1 upon a raised to 2. So whenever there is division, we do subtraction of powers. So that's minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. 2 minus minus 4 is 2 plus 4, b raised to 6, and the power of 7 remains as it is. Divided by, again, 3 minus minus 2 is 3 plus 2, 5. Minus 5 minus 3 is minus 8. And this power of minus 5 remains outside as it is. Just copy the RHS. Next, now I'll open the bracket. So minus 3 into 7 is minus 21. 6 into 7 is 42. 5 into minus 5 is minus 25. And minus 8 into minus 5 is positive 40. So that's how I reached this step. Now let's get these two a's together. There is division again. I could have written this bracket below this. So this will be the numerator and this is the denominator. So thinking like that, it's a minus 21 divided by a raised to minus 25. So whenever there is division, we subtract the powers. So minus 21 minus minus 25 is minus 21 plus 25, which comes up to be 4. Similarly, b raised to 42 divided by b raised to 40 is 42 minus 40, which comes up to be the power of 2, and RHS remains as it is. Finally, now that we have the same basis, so I can say that x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 2 by comparing. So make sure you mention that. But that's not enough. They want the value of x plus y, which comes up to be 6. Now in the eighth sum, they've given one equation and they want us to find the value of x. X is in the index of 13. RHS is purely numbers, so let's solve them. 4 raised to 4 becomes 256, 3 raised to 4 becomes 81, and after subtraction we get it at as 169, which is a perfect square. So let's write that as 13 squared. So we got 13 raised to root x is equal to 13 raised to 2. That means that root x is equal to 2 by comparing. Shift the root on the other side, it becomes squared, and 2 squared is 4. That's the final answer. Now in the 10th sum, we have to solve this and get the value of x. So first things first, open the brackets and split this into two parts. So it will become 2 raised to x as well as 2 squared multiplication. So get the 3 at the end. So 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. 2 squared is 4. So I'm getting like terms here. 2 raised to x and 2 raised to x is a like term in both the terms. So I remove 2 raised to x common. So what is left here is 3 minus 4 is left here, which becomes minus 1. Shift 8 to the RHS, it becomes minus 8. Minus 1 goes down, so minus 8 divided by minus 1 is 8. And 8 is a perfect cube, 2 cube. So now by comparing, we get x is equal to 3. Now make the 12th and the 13th sum IMP, mark it. In the 12th sum, they've given the values of m and n, and they've asked us to find the value of this expression. So first of all, we do cubing both the sides. So we get the value of m cube as 15 and n cube as 14. Next, we start with the given expression. Now I notice that here the denominator is simply 1. Since these are two fractions, to bring them together, I will have to do LCM. And the LCM is this denominator. So multiply this whole denominator with this and the numerator also with this. So we get m minus n multiplied by the bracket minus 1. See, I got the numerator together. And the denominator is the same now. So just write it once. So after LCM, I got this step. Now interestingly, the multiplication of these two brackets is actually a formula. And the formula is m cube minus n cube. And then write minus 1, of course. Denominator remains as it is. Now m cube was 15 and n cube is 14. That's why I had cubed them, so that I can substitute it now. And 15 minus 14 is 1 and 1 minus 1 is 0. So if the numerator is 0, the entire fraction becomes 0. So that is the final answer. 13th sum is IMP. So let's solve this. First of all, let's convert the big numbers into their factors. So 6 becomes 2 into 3. The power is outside the bracket. 10 becomes 2 into 5. 15 becomes 3 into 5. In the denominator, 4 becomes 2 squared. 3 remains as it is, and 25 becomes 5 squared. So 5 raised to 2, and there was already a power here, so that will be in brackets. So it will become 2m minus 2. So the power becomes 2m minus 2 because this whole power is multiplied by 2 because 25 is 5 squared. Now I see that this entire sum just has 3 bases, 2, 3 and 5. So it will be easy for us to bring all of them together, or maybe not so easy. Now, since we have brackets here, the powers will be for 2 as well as for 3, both of them. So let's write them separately. So 2 raised to power and 3 raised to power. Same way here, 2 raised to power and 5 raised to power. And even here, 3 raised to the whole power and into 5 raised to the whole power. Now let's get all the like terms together, because I like it this way. So I got 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and a 2 here. So multiplication means addition of the powers and division means subtraction of the powers. So ultimately I will write n plus m plus 1 plus m minus n minus 2m. Similarly, let's go for 3 now. 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here. So again, multiplication means addition of power, so that's m plus 1 plus m plus n minus 2, and division means subtraction of power, so minus 2m minus n. Remember to change the sign here. And what is left is 5. 1, 2 and 3 terms of 5, so it'll be 5m minus n plus m plus n minus 2 minus 2m plus 2. Remember to change the sign out here, because subtraction, remember there is a bracket out here. And now simply solve it further. N and n gets cancelled. M minus 2m cancelled. 1 is remaining. Fine. Here m plus m and minus 2m gone. N minus n gone. Plus 1 and minus 2 is minus 1. Fine. And here m gone. N gone. No, m and minus 2m gone. and minus 2 and 2 is also gone. So just 0 is remaining here, and anything raised to 0 is 1. Negative power, so changes into positive. Final answer is 2 upon 3. Now in the 15.1 sum, it's a proving sum. So let's start with the LHS. So here, wherever I see a power of minus 1, I will simply write that as a reciprocal so that there is no negative powers left. Now that's a normal complex fraction sum. So what do we do here? In the denominator, LCM. So into B, into B, into A, and into A. So I get B plus A upon AB, the common denominator. Similarly, even this bracket becomes B minus A upon AB by LCM. Now, fraction upon fraction means the numerator's denominator will come to the denominator, and the denominator's denominator comes to the numerator. Or you can simply do fraction multiplied by the reciprocal so that you reach this step. And now A and A cut, again A and A cut, so what is left is B upon B plus A and B upon B minus A. So again LCM into B minus A into B minus A, and here also B plus A, B plus A. So now the denominators are same, so the common denominator, bring the numerators together. Now open the brackets, distributive multiplication, B into B is B square, B into minus A is minus AB, even open these brackets. Minus AB and plus AB cancelled, B square plus B square is 2B square, and the denominator is a formula, B square minus A squared, so that's your RHS.